that's a little sharp. Okay, let me show you a trick. When you have a sharp note on a gut string or a nylon string instrument, instead of tuning it back down, you can take the string and pull it a couple times, like that. Make sure the string's back in the slots, and then check it on the tuner. It works. See that? In other words, that C note was sharp, so instead of tuning the tuner down, we just grabbed it and stretched it. And that brought the tone down. And the best part is, it tightens up your strings, because they're going to have to tighten up for a couple months. Okay, here's the sound of the G modal. And the weirder and the better the banjo music is, the easier it is to play. That's hard to believe. I'm going to play you a song in sawmill. I'm not playing chords, and I'm probably going to be only using one, at the most 2 fingers down here. And here I'm just using the claw hammer, a right hand move that I showed you. So here I'll play a little song. Here's another one. Slide. That first one was called Little Sadie. Second one was called Cluck Old Hen. See, I'm not playing chords. But you kind of can hear chords. I hope the camera's catching this. Now, the third tuning is called, the first tuning we did was called Open G. The second tuning we did was called Sawmill. This tuning is very popular. It's called Double C. Now remember we made that a C note? Okay, to make a double C tuning, we lower this D note to a C. So double C. We have a C and a C. So now our notes are G, C, okay, G, C, G, C again, and D again. Weird. G, C, G, C, D. And this is a cool tuning because your low string rings all the time when you're playing. Now, this tuning, you're not in the key of G, you're in the key of C. And your melody note, your music, your song is going to start and end on the C note instead of the G note, like the previous 2 tunings. And what I do is I hold this down. Now this is different than the other tunings. The other tunings we started out open. This one we have to play this note and we have a C chord. I didn't even make chords. That's the beauty of the banjo. Please understand that. It's not about chords. The G tuning is usually about chords, but the sawmill and the double C tuning are not about chords. Wish I was a mole in the ground. Wish I was a mole in the ground. If I was a mole in the ground, I'd root that mountain down. I wish I was a mole in the ground. So, double C, sawmill, and regular G. You might wonder what's going on with the right hand when I'm doing all that. All I'm doing my strumming, but where I have to pick out the notes, I don't strum. Okay? By the way, the claw hammer, the word hammer comes from this move. It's called a hammer, and you use that a lot. See? Okay. So that's all confusing, but it's easy to do if you remember these three things. As far as the care and maintenance of your banjo, there's none. Just remember that if you lay it down, sometimes the pressure of the peg might loosen it, you know. So just watch the pegs. And they're real hard, Ebony. They're not going to snap off or anything. That's about all I can tell you. Want to say bye-bye? Your banjo teacher today, Doris Bell.
No, not Doris. Doris Love. She's left it over.
Okay. So there you go. There's no maintenance on the tailpiece. The bridge, always keep it in the middle.